Hey, what's up, folks? Brock here, getting ready to start episode 2 of season 2 of This Week in Customs. This is where I go to Instagram and take a look at the world of custom action figures from customizers all over the world and showcase their finished customs, as well as sometimes I will showcase work in progress shots like I will in this episode this week. Now, at the end, you will have an opportunity to vote for your favorite custom. I will pick 5 out of all the ones that I showcase. And if the custom that you like the most is not on there, you'll have an opportunity to put it in the description below in the comments. And if there's 10 of you that are saying the same thing, the same custom, I will add it to a vote later on this season. That's it. Let's go. All right, folks, let's get going with episode 2. Lots of great customs. Make sure you stay tuned till the very end because it's a solid show. Let's begin with the fan vote winner from week 1, and it's Lex Luthor by Chimera Concepts Customs. Great colors, well done piece, and you have become a fan favorite for sure because of your output. It's quality every single time that you put something out. Just wanted to give kudos to you. Keep it up. All right, beginning with Phoenix Force Creations Rogue, this MCU Rogue. Again, Mike does such a great job. The paints are so well done. His photographs are great. Really love the look of that custom, even though I'm not a fan of the MCU styled figures. Here we're going to take a look at Super Yeti's customs. What is he? This is Poacher. I think it's a McFarlane character, but I'm not exactly sure. But I really love the way he bashed this together. He's got some World of Warcraft parts going on in there. And that elephant head is money in the bank. Really good job of hand painting this. You can tell that this is not airbrush. This is all hand painted. Love all the hues. Let's take a look at that up close so you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, man, that is a brilliant looking elephant head. Good use of parts on that custom figure. Moving on to the next one by D2 Customs. It's going to be Psylocke. The paints. This customizer is also being known for his paint apps. Look at that. Just really nice looking. And the sculpting is on this uniform is really well done too. All the lines look pretty smooth. Yeah, that's an excellent custom. All these are great customs. Squall Draven's Customs. Yeah, this is his swoosh entry for Marca Diablo Toys, who's also a customizer, and this is Jane Foster as a Valkyrie. Dude, I absolutely love this. I like the fact that you used I like that head. I love the faces with expression. Yeah, she's gonna be posed vanilla. There you go. But look at it. That's a vanilla head, but look what he's done to the eyes to just make it seem like it's getting powered up. And Valkyrie, Jane Foster Valkyrie, is getting ready to beat people down. It's a very well done custom. I'm sure Marca Diablo was super happy to get that custom from you. All right, the Venom Who Laughs. He has done a kit bash, and I think he's right. He says he may be the first one who's actually kit bashed the McFarlane figure onto a Marvel Legend body. And I already like the proportions of this better. I thought the McFarlane one looked a little bit too stretched out. And I haven't actually seen it in person. I've just seen people do reviews, but that does look great. All right, moving to Hottest Fuss Customs Nightwing right here. This is a good look for Nightwing. I like the head that he used. I like that design of his suit. I like the blue one better than the red one for some reason. It could just be that blue is one of my favorite colors. I like that custom. Well done, dude. Keep it up. Bargain Bin Customs. He's been doing these Deathstroke. Oh, this is actually his second one, and it looks, again, really nice. I like the Mezco styles that you do. I prefer your Mezcos to the actual Mezco products. Look at the details to the paint apps. This is obviously a weathered looking Deathstroke. There you get to see the whole entire figure at once, and it was very well done. It got me to stumble over my words. There you go. Words are hard sometimes, guys. Trust me, especially when you're doing things on the spot like this. Let's take a look at Mike Villarreal's 27's custom of this astonishing Wolverine. Really nice looking piece. He's obviously done the paint apps completely different. He may have done some sculpting on the gloves. Can't remember if that figure does have sculpt there or not. No, I think he has sculpted that and the boots. some of those stripes. And I like this Wolverine suit. I don't think that Hasbro will put one of these out, but who knows, because they do put out a ton of Wolverines. That's a nice looking one. All right, Toybot Customs using this DCUC figure and making it into a Mesco style. Man, I really like the parts of that figure, but that figure is just, you can't even pose it or stand it up. He's obviously using different parts here that he can do that. He can pose the figure, maximize that beautiful head sculpt and what would you call it? Helmet, casket, whatever it is. Good job, Toybot. I like that custom, which is why it was featured. I said, this is going to be an episode where words are very hard for me. I don't know why. All right, Toys A to Z. Yeah, Man Ape. Dig it. What body is that? Is that a Titus body? Or no, it's the Colossus body. You can tell by the boots. Really good use of that body. You transformed him, and I like the sculpting on it. Great looking custom. Do you think we're going to get an M'Baku comic version from Hasbro? Put that in the comments if you think we are. That's a nice custom from Toys A to Z. Moving on quickly now to Face Customs. Again, this dude... You will hear me when I talk about these customizers on a weekly basis, because some of these guys are putting out customs weekly. Look at this. Man, Stu, this is so money. The paint apps, the sculpting on the face mask. I'm not sure if you did anything to the hair. You may have done something to the hair in the front there. I'm not sure if you did the sculpting on the back, or is that from another figure? Dude, it's great. Look at that. Beauty. It's a beauty. Michael Wright. All right. Spider-Man 2099. This is a good look. Is this a smaller figure? Is this a 3 3/4 inch? I can't. No. Where's that torso from? I don't know if you said it or not, but okay, I'm going to go with that it's a 6 inch figure. I can't tell. I can't tell with that torso, but I think the sculpting is done really well. The paint apps came out nice as well. Weapon X Customs, he did this Sunspot recently. He was going back and forth of which head to use. He actually ended up just using the one that came out in the most recent wave, the Johnny Storm. That's actually the whole entire Johnny Storm body. What I love most about this is the paint apps right there on the chest. You can see how he's powered up, and the smokiness is coming across in his yellow X part of his uniform. Yeah, really well done application to that paint right there, and those lines he did by hand. All right, this is an older custom. Speaking of Stu, this is one of his customs, face customs, that Marvel Legends ladies. I think it's probably his now. I'm going to start featuring some of the old ones from season 1 as they come up, and this was one of my favorite ones from last year, from season 1 of This Week in Customs. I remember seeing this Lady Deathstrike and just being mesmerized by it. That is a fantastic custom. Thanks, Marvel Legends ladies, for highlighting it again for us. Goose Chosen One with this updated Captain Marvel. I think it would be great if Hasbro gave us an updated version of this character, because he is a significant character. I liked this character better than the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel version. And I think you've done a great job in updating that with that buck. All right, the real Dallas James, taking this new release from McFarlane and making it better. Even though I like the McFarlane head sculpt, I think this one, this Mesco Superman head, is so money on this body. And he's obviously given it a soft goods cape, making that figure nicer than it is. I mean, you already know my opinion on this. McFarlane's release was a fail for me, but that one actually looked pretty darn good when he modded it. Korriban Customs doing a Dick Grayson Batman. This was the release. He's done some sculpting. Go check out his page. What I really appreciate is the paint job on this figure, how he's done those subtle highlights, maybe not so subtle highlights. He's using a lighter gray all over the body with an airbrush, making this figure look better than its original release. Mark I Lab Creations he just does some crazy stuff. This is going to be his amalgamation Red Hulk Symbiote Ghost Rider, and it's Circle of 4. His work is continuing. I'm not sure. I thought this was a finished custom. I didn't know that based on how he wrote it, it may be a work in progress. I don't know. All right, folks, you know that I typically feature the 1/12 scale customs, but when I see something that's pretty darn good in the 1/6 scale, I will put it in here. And here you have Palmetto Comics with his version of Black Widow. I know that T-Man978 probably wants this in his collection. He's a huge fan of the Black Widow, and that is an outstanding looking custom. Good work. Moving to Body Bank Customs, this is going to be, what uniform of Rogue is this? Oh, it's going to be the X-Force Rogue version. You can see right there he's putting the recipe. Thank you for sharing it with the rest of the community. I appreciate customizers like you and others that will share your work and help others improve on their own custom figures. Emersonium, what the heck is this? He's calling it a Zemnu? I don't know what it is. I love that head. It's almost like it's like a Frankenstein style, that genre, but I don't know where it's from. He talks about it here. If you're interested in finding out more about his character, go to this post on his Instagram and you can see how he created it and where he was inspired by it. But man, that head sculpt looks so fantastic. I have to show that off. Another head sculpt that works really well, what James has done here is he's used that first appearance Hulk from Toy Biz and he's added to the Hasbro release. Obviously, he's done a new paint job on the Hulk. He's given that, I believe he's done something. Yeah, he's sculpted hair. It looks like he's added some sculpt to that head sculpt and it looks great. I love that look, that first appearance look on this body from Hasbro. Marvel Legends Ladies. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be his or if he's showcasing someone else's. This is going to be Hepzibah. If you are familiar with that character, you will know, and I'm not. People in the comments are going amazed. They're amazed by it. I don't know who the character is, and I'm actually not sure if he did it or if it's another customizer because I know, oh, it's from Starjammers. Oh, duh, I should have known that. I just watched the cartoon. But anyways, he sometimes showcases other people's works, and I'm not sure if that's his or not. Joseph Castle. This is one, I think this is one, he says is his first custom of 2020. I'm not sure if it's his first custom overall, but it's a pretty cool Venom pool right here. I like the stitching work, and I think he does shout out someone, maybe it wasn't a work in progress, where he was inspired to do the custom from, I can't remember the artist's name that he mentioned. All right, Dirty Mike's Customs. Now, I don't know if he's completely finished with this yet, but yeah, that's going to be an amazing looking custom. I mean, it's already amazing looking. I'm just not sure if he's completely done. I don't think he is because he was showing some weapons there that he's building from model kits to use on this guy. And man, I can't wait to see this fully showcased. That looks incredible. All right, Hottest Fuzz Customs. This is, who is this guy? Red X? Man, you know, there's holes in my comic book reading, and I've shared that with you in the past, that I stopped reading comics when I was 15 and picked it up again in my 40s. So there's a humongous hole, and I'm not familiar with the character, definitely the design. And I've seen this character before, but I like it. And it looks like this may be a work in progress from what he's writing, so he may be developing that even more. All right, here we go, Tosh Customs. He's an excellent customizer. I like the photographs that he's taken here. You can really appreciate all the different paint apps and the stuff that he's doing in his customs. And this is also another prolific customizer that does excellent work. And for you and aspiring customizers, he's a guy that you definitely want to keep an eyeball on. Speaking of that, Ace Outlaw Customs, he is very good at his craft, and he's finished here. He's updated the new Doom with some soft goods, and it looks like he's using an old Toy Biz head on that. But what I want to show you, and he points out, that if you end up going with soft goods on your Doom, and this is the Doom that he's taken apart, he actually put, you see that belt right there? It's like, I forget from what X-Men, but he shaved it down. Because if you add soft goods, it will, once you start articulating the figure, where that belt is, the cloth would go through and it will make the anatomy look kind of weird. So what he did was he put that X belt, shaved it down so the articulation wasn't affected, and then you avoid that weird gap on the figure Thanks for sharing, Ace. And you can see right there, it's flat and it's not caved in, and it would look weird. So think about that if you're adding soft goods. Thanks for sharing that with the rest of us. All right, Kit Bash Customs. This is a work in progress. Pretty cool. This was also inspired by another customizer, and I love seeing that. I love other, this guy's not a new customizer, but a customizer that gets inspired by another one, gives him credit, and he's working on this hover bike, and he's talking about giving it a stand, and I dig it. I dig it. All right, Easy 617 repurposing the Popeye head right here from Mesco, and I love that body. I think it's some sort of Street Fighter body. I want to know where he got that, because that would be great for a Mario, right? Can you imagine a Mario head on that, and maybe painted the white shirt? But dig the look of this, and that Popeye head from Mesco is money, and I like what you got going on in that custom. All right, figure this custom showing us that a simple kit bash can take a figure to another level. That Cyclops was whack, that Iceman was whack, but guess what? When you put both of them together, it makes a pretty cool action figure. Take a look at that, dude. Great idea to do that, and I think that's money. New collector customs with a DC figure. We don't get too many DC figures here, but he's done a Jay Garrick Flash. This is another customizer that puts out a lot of customs and takes commissions. So if you're interested in his work, go take a look at his page. Arrow Custom Action Figures. Actually, a lot of these guys take commissions. Hit them up. I do not take commissions. Please don't DM me. I only do that on occasion. Matter of fact, that Superior Oct mod is done, and I'm not taking any more commissions on that. Now, Arrow Custom Figures with this green goblin concept. Really cool looking. He's using different parts. Really enjoy the metallic green that you used here. I think I'm in love with metallics. I'm in love with the metallics right now. Art of Design with his version of an Alpha Centauri soldier that he's calling Commander Javier. You may know this character. It may be just his own creation, but I thought it was a pretty cool look. I like it. Maybe you can have you need somebody for him to command too. So I'm assuming that you're going to be making his army. Kanji's I'm not gonna does things. Okay, Kanji SC does things. Do I have a winner? Is that it? So this is an example of a customizer getting inspired by another customizer. In this case, Weapon X Customs had done this exact character. He replicated it right here. It came out great. Beta Ray Bill. I think Hasbro would probably give us one of these guys in the future, but it's until then. You have it, and I don't think you even need to buy the new one because that looks great with the Toy Biz parts there on the bottom. Yeah, dude. Dig it. Dig it! All right. GB Polar Music. I think I got that right. If you're familiar with Sleepwalker, and I think most of us are, Sleepwalker right here, I think you nailed the character. I dig the custom. Good work. Javi? Jay Veer's Punk. See, you guys, come on, man. English isn't my first language. It's hard enough for me. And then you guys have some crazy names. Jay Veer's Punk. He did, this is going to be, our Mythic Legions customs for the week. It's usually Nicole. But I like the design. I don't even know what parts you put together. But I like the look of that. I can also see this character going in with a Thor and fitting right in. I think it's probably because of those wings on his helmet. All right, speaking of Mario, here we have figure Finesser. Check it out. I think this bloke is from England, and he's taken that head and he's made a down and out Mario. What are you calling this guy? I have no idea, but this is a pretty good look. Dig that, what you did with that head. And this is where we're going to be featuring some other people that are working on heads. Here's another Ace Outlaw Customs. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. Like the detail. Look at the mouth and the eyes. I'm actually not sure if he painted the eyes or if that was the original figure, but he's definitely done something to make them stand out. He sculpted the hair, and I can't wait to see this as speaking of waiting to see this as a finished custom action figure. Yeah. Let me just relax and let everybody enjoy it here. That's a pretty nice Hellboy custom. Good work, dude. Moving on to another head sculpt that has a lot of potential. I've seen some behind the scenes, and this is going to be a really cool looking action figure by Weapon X Customs. This is a master inspired by one of the recent comics, and he's not quite finished with that. Keep an eye on that. Here's another head, Symbiote Seeker. He's done a lot of work to it. Matter of fact, he sculpted the eyes. He's worked in the teeth, and he's added that glue. I'm forgetting what glue it is. I learned it from seeing Rob Castro's, Rob's Creature House. He's the one that showed me that technique of getting that slobber. But Jamie did a really, really good job of working out all the details and paint on that head sculpt. El Enmascarado doing a avalanche, I should say an avalanche, because it starts with an A, okay? A vowel sound, you gotta put an instead of A. You're welcome for the English grammar lesson there. Yeah, good work on that. And here's a custom that I'm very interested in following. Here we go. Words are so hard. Mact Zill. He's doing a super scroll, and he's doing a lot of sculpting right there. A lot different than what Hasbro just released, so I really want to see what it's going to finish, but the work in progress is very interesting so far. I'm letting you take a look at all the different things that he's doing so that when we see the finished product, we can all enjoy it. Johnny Walker Customs. This is an unpaid advertisement. He is selling these Mandalorian parts, and he's got a video on YouTube where he shows you how you can mod that figure to give him an updated look. I think Hasbro will probably, or should, if they're smart, give us some of that. This is another unpaid advertisement by R2K Troopers. I like the hands that he's providing here, and he's showing it how to install without breaking it. And there you go, you can see the two different pieces that he's making. And if you enjoy this Apocalypse, I think these are two little pieces that would be pretty nice to have to display. All right, so that brings the end of this episode of This Week in Custom. Head on over to, oh, wait a second, we haven't done the vote. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Let's do that first. All right, first one up for your consideration is Super Yeti Customs Poacher. The second one is going to be Jane Foster Valkyrie by Squall Draven. Number 3 will be Hellboy by Ace Outlaw Customs. Number 4 is going to be Captain Marvel by Goose Chosen One. And finally, for your consideration, is going to be the Astonishing Suit Wolverine by Bike Villarreal 27. Now, if I didn't pick your favorite one, put it in the comments below and tell me. And if there's 10, I will add it to a vote later on in this season. Otherwise, head on over to my community tab and vote for your favorite. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.